Hey guys, what's going on? This is Christian Martinez, and today I'm going to be doing CreepyPasta time with Beaver again. Yep, that's right, story time. And since October is coming up, I decided why not read a CreepyPasta. So, yeah, today's CreepyPasta is going to be another My Little Pony one called MLP is Not What I Expected It to Be by Jinbei Zam. So Jinbei Zam, if you pronounce it any differently, that's fine. But yeah, here we go. Okay. So, I'm sure everyone is familiar, or at least heard of the show, of the popular show titled My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, right? Well, I don't know much about it, but my best friend is a big fan. He wanted me to become a fan of the show as well because he said that the show has good morals and it's pretty funny. Despite its original intended audience being little girls, little girls. Sorry. I don't enjoy people trying to make me like something, but he is my best friend, so I thought I'd take his word for it. This all happened while I was walking home from school with him, though. So, of course, while we were walking, he couldn't exactly send me the link. He said he would send me a link when he got home. After we parted ways, it was only a short walk for me. When I got home, I checked my computer to see if he had sent me the link. His house was a bit farther than mine, so he had to send me the link because he hadn't gotten home yet. I didn't mind. I didn't mind. I wasn't too eager to be sucked into a fandom or to disappoint him if I didn't like it for that matter. To pass the time, I decided to disregard my homework and play video games. After battling a few hours of online gamers, I remember my friend was supposed to send me that link. I got off the game after one last battle and win to check my Facebook. Sure enough, he had sent me the link with the message. It was hard for me to decide which episode to send you, and I personally don't like the first one, so I thought I'd send you this one. It should be enough to show you how awesome the show is. I clicked the link, and it directed me to a video on YouTube. It seemed to be an episode of the show from the second season. I paused it so I could read the description, to see if it could give me any ideas on what the episode was about. Not much up there. It only stated in the name of the episode, "Putting Your Hoof Down." It didn't help me much, but then I went to click the play button to start it, and I yawned. I looked at the clock, and it was nearly 1 in the morning. I quickly tried to decide whether I should watch the video or not, because I had school tomorrow. I woke up grumpy and tired, like how the next day I woke up grumpy and tired, like how I usually wake up. I tried to think back to last night. I couldn't remember if I had watched the video or not. I have very bad memory when it comes to being sleepy. I don't think I dreamed anything significant, but I did think I have a dream. I can remember something. In my dream, I think I saw a cartoon character. I can't remember it clearly, but it was yellow and it was giggling. Huh, odd. Well, it's just dream. Dream opposites making no sense. I could just disregard the giggling yellow thing. As I had said, I couldn't remember if I watched the video or not, but my friend wanted me to watch it. I had to leave for school in half an hour. I quickly got dressed and got ready for school and hurried to my computer. I got my computer turned on. I must have forgot to turn it off before I slept. I pressed the button for a monitor to turn on, and it did, but to a white screen. Just white. Nothing more, nothing less. At first it scared me. I thought that something had gone wrong with my computer. After shaking the mouse, I saw my cursor appear and a bar rise up from the bottom. I let out a sigh of relief and recognized that bar. It was the progress bar that shows how you've gone on a YouTube video, how far you've gone on a YouTube video. It seemed that I left the computer on a YouTube video and it was on full screen. I couldn't remember what had happened last night, but I deduced that I must open the link, put it on full screen to watch, then got tired and went to bed. I had a bit of time to spare before leaving to school, so I decided to watch it. I also, and also, something that you should know, despite My Little Pony's large popularity, I knew next to nothing about the show. I didn't know what any of the characters looked like. I didn't know what kind of comedy the show used. All I know that it was meant to be a kids show and that many people who weren't kids liked it. So I clicked play and the logo popped up. I didn't bother to read it because I didn't care about the companies who made the show. And then the show itself started. I yawned and stared at the clock. I think I missed the opening sequence because I did that, but I didn't care enough to go back and watch it. So I caught my first glimpse of this popular show. There were about three characters on screen. One was yellow, another one was blue, and the final was purple. The style was I expected to be cartoony and cutesy. The fourth character entered. She was pink. She seemed to be carrying a bag of something, some kind of supplies. The other characters didn't notice her. They were caught up in a conversation that was barely audible. The pink character strolled by humming a happy tune while the background played a happy song. But, but on her way by the bag she, but on her way, the bag she was carrying broke out of the bottom. The supplies fell out. It seemed to be construction supplies. There was a hammer, some plank woods, a knife. I don't know why that would be there for construction. A few large stakes and a box of nails. The box of nails broke open on impact with the ground and nails spread out on the ground. Despite the noise, this would have happened to cause the pink character. Despite the noise this would have caused. Sorry that I keep screwing up, guys. The pink character didn't seem to notice. She went on her way happily, probably only to realize what had happened when she opened the bag to get her supplies later. After the pink one left, the three other characters seemed to have decided to go somewhere. They turned to walk towards their destination, but one of them, it was the blue one, tripped on a plank of wood and fell face first into the pile of nails. This surprised me. The blue character lifted her face from the ground and had nails stuck in her face all over. There was a lot of blood as well. Is this a kid's show? The purple one gasped in surprise and immediately tried to help get the blue one out of the nails. Get the nails out of the blue one's face. They picked up the hammer and used the claw to pry them out, while the blue one screamed in pain. The yellow character wanted to help out too, so they quickly walked forward. So she quickly walked forward to do the trip and fall like the blue one had. When she got up, this part scared me. She had two large stakes impaled into her eyes. After this, I clicked the video to pause it, and it turned off the monitor. This was My Little Pony. I thought it was supposed to be a kid's show. The beginning seemed to have fit the description well. But all that blood. I got up and grabbed my bag. It was time to go to school anyway. Throughout the school day, those scenes kept playing through my head. I'm not a hater when it comes to bloody things. It's just that when I find them where I would find cute things, it's just mind-boggling. My best friend asked me something, but I had kind of spaced out, so I didn't hear him. School passed, and I was once again on my way home. My best friend had an appointment, dentist, so he couldn't walk home with me. When I got home, I walked over to my computer. I suppose I could watch the rest of that pony video. I turned on my monitor, and I jumped. I was greeted by the image of the yellow character with the large stakes into her eyes. I quickly played it again to get that image off my screen. The purple one was still trying to help the blue one out, and the yellow began to stumble around blindly. Another character entered. This one was orange, and they were accompanied by a red character. The orange tried to help the yellow one by pulling the stakes. They were having trouble, so the red one went over. They both pulled with all their might and strength, and got the stakes out. But the stakes took the yellow one's eyes with them. The yellow one smiled, happy of being freed of the stakes. Blood ran down from the stockings of where her eyes were, creating a horrifying image. Kind of like a horror movie, if you ask me. Anyways, They stumbled blindly, crashing into the orange and red characters. The orange and red characters fell into the pile of nails, and they screamed as the nails pierced their body as they writhed in agony and bled out and died. The yellow and blind didn't know that they had died and smiled. It appeared that they were trying to get the purple and blue. It appeared that she were trying to get the purple and blue character, but they probably still wanted to help. But she probably still wanted to help. The yellow one fell along the ground for something to help with, and ended up picking up the knife that had fallen. She stumbled forward, eager to help her friends, but the yellow one stumbled over something again and fell forward. The knife she was holding stabbed the blue one in the neck, and the blue one screamed again and fell into the purple one, knocking the hammer towards them. The purple one was impaled by the claw of the hammer and quickly died. The blue and purple characters stood there, leaning against each other to remain standing, even though they were both dead. The yellow one pulled the knife out of the blue one, confused, but she continued to smile and stumble around. Another character entered. This one was a lighter shade of blue. She appeared frightened and ran over to the yellow one to question what had happened. The yellow one turned around to answer, but ended up slicing the blue one's head off. Still confused, the yellow one was sprayed with blood as the blue one fell into the ground, obviously dead. The yellow one took a few steps forward, slipped into the blood, and fell. She was impaled by the knife from the chin. You could even see where the knife went through her head. The tip was showing out of her forehead like a rhino's horn. But the happy music continued to play, and the credits rolled. I stared at it in silence and horror. What had just happened? I heard the show had good morals and comedies. That didn't have good morals, and where I could see someone would find it morbidly funny, it wasn't the comedy I was expecting. It had an aura of happy, but that was not a happy ending. I stared at the screen for a bit in silence. At that menu that shows at the end of every YouTube video with the thumbnail for the recommended videos. I shakily moved my cursor to exit out of the video and watch a cute video of a cat to make me feel better. Then it all came back to me last night. I remember what I had done last night. I had clicked the link and I had watched the video that my friend sent me. And now I was watching Happy Tree Friends. The end. And that was my little MLP is not what I expected to be. I'm sorry, it's just a cut on my shoe. So with that, I'll see you next time. And so be sure to like, leave comments what you thought about the story, subscribe, and goodbye.